don't like me. I'm from Hollis, Queens, bro. I'm from the streets of New York City. I go to the streets of America everywhere, all over this country. I'm inside and outside arenas. I'm inside and outside local businesses and stuff like that. I'm the ambassador for HBCU Week in concert with Ashley Christopher and other people. I've helped generate over 12,000 scholarships in excess of $150 million for black students. I'm a member of Omega Psi Phi fraternity. I ain't just down with a fraternity. That's a brotherhood. All of them are my boys. I was raised by 5 black women, Joy. I have 9 nieces. I have 2 daughters. Everybody black. I still go home to Hollis. On the business side, ESPN takes our show, First Take, to HBCUs. Packed gymnasiums wherever we go. Black people don't like me? You sure? Walt Disney and HBCUs, when we start going on tours every year. We've been to Delaware State. We've been to Bethune-Cookman. We've been to Norfolk State. We've been to Winston-Salem State. We've been to Savannah State. Oh, yeah. We're going to Texas Southern next month. We don't stop. And I said we. Because in concert with the very organization that I work for that you accused me of being paid by just to talk about white, just to talk nastiest things about black people. What about what I celebrate?
So Stephen A.Smith, you can check out the Real 101 playlist, hit the link tree, find me everywhere, Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, join the Patreon. He doesn't understand why black people call him a sellout, right? Why black people have an issue with him. Corey Holcomb then spoke about him. How he feel like he a sellout. And I'm explaining to him, if he don't know. One, you already in the industry, so that's a wrap. That's a wrap. And 2, you got to understand, brother, all the good you do is going to outweigh the bad in people's mind. You can do 1,000 good things for people, and the one bad thing you do or they believe you did, all of a sudden that's catastrophic. And I agree with him. Sometimes you gotta remind a mother effer what you did. And I definitely agree with him on that standpoint of view. And then, 2, for 3, we know your history, bro. When you came on ESPN before, you was black, you had Michael Eric Dyson, Moist Ass on. Y'all was speaking that black shit. They fired you for speaking too black, and let's kind of subsidiary real quick. That's why they didn't really like Shannon Sharp on ESPN. They said he was speaking too black on ESPN. They said he was speaking too black. So guess what? You was speaking too black. They got rid of you, brought you back, and then you was like, I get it, boss. I get it, boss. You always tell me I make money for my bosses, but I get it, boss. I understand, boss. And every time you gave Dana White a pass for putting the beats by Alice Pereira on his wife. But when you talk about other brothers in that situation, you talk with malicious intent. See, you talk like a ferret, or you talk like a Care Bear when Dana White do something and that's my friend and all this type of stuff. But when a brother do something, you are eccentric about it. You go in about it. Just look at the difference between how you spoke on what Aaron Rodgers did and the vitriol you have for Kyrie Irving. You go way harder when it's the brothers, right? And I don't even believe he go hard on the sisters like that. On the black women, he don't go hard on black women like that. And I'm gonna get to that. He don't go hard on black women like that. He go hard on black men. But he get Brad a pass, and that's what Corey Holcomb was talking to Anton Daniels about, and that's why Anton Daniels avoided that question. He continued to avoid that question. Same thing with Stephen A. That's why people call you a sellout, because when you as public as you are and as visible as you are, people gonna always have something to say. People can go through my thousands of videos and find stuff about me that I said, but don't understand that, I don't read from a teleprompter. This is from the top of the dome, and through life, you change. Through what you go through, you change. Your opinion change. The more that you see, the more that you live, the more that you know, the more that you learn. So, but we all know that really know your history at ESPN. We understand you was down for the cause, and they cracked the whip on your ass. And guess what? You did what any man would do on this planet. You wanted to provide for your family. That's too much money to do something. Sometimes some of these dudes get on the inside, and they got a perpetrator get on the inside to do great things for their people. And maybe that's what Stephen A. doing. If Stephen A. get on the inside and he gotta put a little show on, but he can put Cam Newton on. He can put one of the McCourty brothers on. He put RG3 in position. He put that black girl in position that turned her back on him. That used to, what was the black woman that he put on that was, not Say Still. It's the other black woman that started talking greasy about him. He gave her an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? What's the black woman that he put on, man? Because it's the, man, and now she, Carrie Champion, I think it was. I could be wrong about it. It was Carrie, he put Carrie Champion on. You know what I'm saying? And she started talking greasy. He's like, damn, all the shit I did for you? He didn't go hard on Carrie Champion, Michelle Beadle, like I would have went hard on him. He put Shannon Sharp in the position, like it or not. And people was trying to put him and Shannon Sharp together against each other. It's always a threat when two brothers are putting each other in a position. So maybe Stephen A. Smith is trying to get on the inside and do some good. He's done a lot of good. Bringing visibility to HBCUs, giving retired athletes an opportunity on the podcast. Guess what? He didn't really care for Max Kellerman. He packed Max Kellerman up. Max Kellerman wasn't no brother. So I've been very critical of Stephen A. But guess what? I got to keep it a bean. He's done a lot of good for people. He put people in position. And sometimes you need people on the inside to do great things. So I give him that benefit of the doubt. But the reason why people feel that way, bro, especially the bros, is because you don't keep the same energy. You don't have the same bass in your voice. You don't have the same vitriol for Brad as you do have for the brothers. That's it. That's why they feel that way. Corey Holcomb told you to your face. He told you on his show. But one thing, I mess with Stephen A. though. One thing I mess with him, he show love to black podcasters though. I'm gonna bring up some good that this brother do. A lot of good that he do. He interview with black podcasters though. You don't really see Stephen A. on more Brad podcasts or Hector podcasts than you see on black podcasts. You don't see that. And shout out to Shannon Sharp. Before Shannon Sharp, to be keeping a bean with you, before Shannon Sharp, Nightcap, and before Club Shay Shay took off, you know, wasn't nobody doing what he was doing. Now everybody in that industry got a podcast. Now, to Joy Reid and to Jasmine Crockett and Michelle Beadle, I throw Becky in there, Carrie Champion that talk bad about Stephen A. Smith. They don't give a fuck about black people. Let me tell you that first and foremost. They are jealous of his position. A successful black person gets more jealousy and envy and vitriol and hateful from other black people than anybody else. They're jealous of Stephen A's status. They're jealous he on Fox. They jealous he on ESPN. They jealous of the deal. Jealous One's Envy. I remember Fat Joe had an album called The Jealous One's Envy. There's jealousy. Shannon Sharp already been through what Stephen A going through. It's jealousy. They want to nitpick. These people will nitpick you and be doing raccoon stuff. Be selling their people out. It's jealousy, but they don't care nothing about how pro-black you are. Y'all all in the same industry. Y'all all are not pro-black in this industry. Y'all all have sold out to be in the seats that y'all in. And I'm not mad at you. Because most of the majority of these other black people today, they the real sellouts. The people that continue to run men out the household, be single mothers by choice, procreate with the worst of us, stay on Section 8, scam their own people, sell drugs to their own people, shoot and kill their own people. Those are the real sellouts. Who you got on your arm is way down the list of harm or of sellouts, in my opinion. Who you sleep with is way down the list. How is that more harmful than black women? Black people making up 12% of the population, but black women have a 47% abortion rate. How is that more harmful than that? How is that more harmful than y'all procreating with Pookies and Ray Rays? Running the father out the house for Section 8, running the father out the house because you want a baby, because you want a check. Not vetting the man you with to get a best opportunity. Talking about I left a good man. That's way more harmful than what Stephen A. Smith is doing, than who you got on your arm. And he said, I got black children. I married a black. It ain't never enough. They're always gonna nitpick when you're successful, regardless of what industry. And when you're successful black man, black woman, they're gonna have a problem with whatever you do. I remember Master P said, I said it in one of his songs. I forget the name of the song. Was it Let Me Get 'Em? He said, man, I smell jealousy everywhere the fuck I go. Stephen A, that's just come with the territory. But if in your heart you know that you doing some good, a lot of good to help black people out, hey, that is what it is, bro. A lot of these niggas didn't have white wives, white baby mamas. They done aborted 20 babies. They done sold crack. And for them to have an opinion about you, made broken families, made a lot of bad mistakes. They hurt the black community. I wouldn't even worry about it, bro. But hey, that's why. Hit the link in the description, join the Patreon. Hit the link tree. It's the first link there. Find me on X, Facebook, Kick, Twitch, Instagram, Spotify, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Peace.